Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video is actually going to be a little different than my normal video. I have to go get some shirts, so I figured I'd take you guys along for the ride. I know you guys have seen the shirts I use, and I've said it before that it's a local shop, so I'm going to see if they will let me record once I get there inside. But I wanted to show you guys that, where I go and everything here, and they do have an online website that you can order from, so hopefully they let us do that. Really quick, I wanted to show you guys a preview of the mess in my room, just so you guys can see everything that that I don't clean all the time and how it gets really messy. So this is my little room right now, and all the mess I have not put up. This is from the video I did, my last video that I did, so that's still there. I need to put up. I've got tumblers, I've got some shirts there, but I'm doing a project which I plan on recording on and using the Autopress. So hopefully, let's see how fast that works and helps, how fast it helps me work through the project. There you go. Anyway, so let's go ahead, and I'm fixing to drive out that way. I will be back as soon as I get to the place, so I'll see you guys in a bit. I made it, and this is, I don't know if it has the name on this side. It doesn't, but it's on that side. And it's Aviva, so we are here, and it's a wholesale store. So I'm gonna go in and ask and see if they will let me film in there just a few minutes while I get what I need. So we'll find out. If not, I will be back after I do my shopping. All right, you guys, hopefully you guys can hear me. I did not bring I forgot the mic, so I hope you guys can hear me, and I'm wearing my mask to be safe. But this is pretty much where I come. It's called Aviva Wholesale, and I will post their link in the description. Okay, so they have a lot of things here, and this is, like I said, it's wholesale. So as you can see, their prices are pretty, to me, they're pretty good. They're pretty fair. So they have sweatshirts and everything. So what I'm doing today is I'm getting Bella canvas shirts. So let's see, and they also have HTV, vlog, all kinds of stuff, sublimation things. Right here, this is what I need. Alright, so this is what they have to offer. And let's see, so they have toddler sizes, adult sizes, just kind of a quick tour of everything. So let me get what I need. Okay, so I have my camera down and I'm just gonna walk around to show you guys, and I'm gonna show you guys where they have like their flock and everything that I get when I make my shirts. Alright, so here is all the flock that I buy from them, and they show you instructions on how to use it. They also have a lot more, like this whole row aisle is full of nothing but HTV and sublimation papers. They have patterns, holographic heat transfer. They have glow in the dark. They also have sublimation fabric, which I still have yet to use. Alright, but I wanted to show you guys, these are scraps that the store puts out, and it's at $1.50 each, so it's pretty good. And there's the subli fabric, so it'll show you. Sorry, I don't know why it does that. So here's more. They have the glow in the dark. They have those over there. So again, just wanted to give you guys kind of a tour of the place that I come to get all my stuff. Honestly, it's cheaper. I do buy online, but this so far has been cheaper on some stuff. Not everything, but some stuff. They have Oracle also on here, and I believe everything you can buy online. So I will post the link their website online. So if you guys want to go on there, again, like I said, this is wholesale. So this is Oracle transfer tape. So that's pretty cool that they sell that. And they have the patterns. This is where I got the cat pattern. No, I have one of these. Sorry, I don't think I've done. No, the cat pattern was off of Etsy. I'm confusing myself. This is pretty. This is where I got the love pattern, if you guys remember, and they have them in different sizes. So I got that size for my love. Little shirt that I did with the heart for Valentine's Day. But yeah, pretty much this is it. They carry all of this. They also carry cutting machines, and they carry heat presses. Let me walk that way to show you guys. So these are all the heat presses they have. And they also have that cutter, which is pretty big. They have koozies, they have hats, and they have tumblers.
Oh, this has failed me.
Alright, let me go ahead and go pay so I can get out of here because it's pretty crowded. Okay, I'm back in the car. It's a hot day in Texas. So I'm out of breath from walking and everything. So here is my bag with the flock, and then she was okay with that pink, so we went ahead and got that pink, and then we got all the shirts. So this is the name of the store, and I will link their website down in the description, and I wanted to show you guys the total. Now this the flock, the rolls are 5 yards, so it's pretty big. So here is the receipt. Total was $179.53 with everything. Now, since it is wholesale, if you do have a tax ID and you order online, you can do so. You have to give it a day or so, I believe that's what he said, to be able to use it. So you would go online, I'm assuming, and then enter your information, give it a day or two for it to get approved for your tax ID, and then they'll send it to you. So each shirt, because I got 13 shirts, I got 14 shirts actually. It was $64.35 for all the shirts. So there's their number, there's their address, and actually there's their website too. It's www.avivawholesale.com. But I will link it down in my description, in the description below. Alright, so let's get back home. Okay, so we are back, and I already have cut out the images that I need. So this is what I ended up buying. I bought black flock and also pink flock. So I have these two, and I've already cut out my images. I did all that. I went ahead and did all that for the sake of time. I've labeled these. So this is the image I'm going to be doing, and I'll post a little picture right here so you guys can see. But basically it's gonna look like that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Like this. So that's what we're kind of, this is what we're shooting for. And I have everything sized. These are for my XLs, and these are for my mediums and large. And here, so I bought a whole bunch of shirts. I believe it's 14 in total. I can't remember. But I bought I bought them all white. So this is what they wanted. So I went ahead and got them all white, and I have some mediums, and we're doing one medium that's long sleeve that they wanted. So one of them's medium, long sleeve, and the rest are short sleeve. So I have all my shirts ready. I have my heat press heating up right now. So let's go ahead and do the first shirt so I can show you guys. And I'm also going to be doing tumblers with these. So they wanted tumblers also to go with these, because these are going to be given out as gifts. So I went ahead, I've already done one just to kind of show you guys. and they want their names, she wanted their names on there. So I thought this was really cute. Obviously this is for breast cancer. So my heat press is ready. So that's the whole theme of these shirts and everything that we're doing. So let's go ahead and go to the heat press so we can do our first shirt. Alright you guys, so I've got my heat press already set, and I set it at 315 for 15 seconds. That's what I'm going to press. I'm going to do the squat first, then I'm going to do the support next. I've already measured everything. I do have a guide here that I use to make sure that I place this on the right where I want it, and I'm going only 4 inches down, 3 inches I believe. So I've already measured my shirt, so I'm gonna go ahead and press this one really quick. And again, I have it at 315 for 15 seconds for flock. Okay, so here's our first one. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. All right. So it looks good so far, and then the next one is gonna be the support. So like I said, this one is gonna be a little trickier. And give me just 1 second. So I'm just gonna place that over. And hold on, I'm just gonna look at my image real quick just to make sure I have it how I wanted it. Okay. So it's gonna go actually right there. Perfect. Okay. So I have it here. I'm happy with that. Perfect. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's where I like it. I'm going to put this one back over it because I don't want the one I already pressed to get, damaged or anything. And I'm still going to put my Teflon sheet over it. So again, another 15 seconds, 315. Okay, and it's done. Hopefully this worked as I wanted it to. With no issues on the layering of the flock. Uh-oh. That one's, I'm going to put it for a few more seconds because that one didn't quite stick. Only for 5 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to give this just a few seconds for it to cool off. And then I'll start to take it off. Yeah. Well, this actually looks really good. And you just have to pull it off kind of slowly. Don't go too fast. Perfect. And there we go, our first shirt. It's a 3X and it looks great. It came out really good. I'm actually very happy with the way it came out. And I did a size 11, I believe. There we go. So there's our first shirt. Let me show you guys how good that looks. It came out really good, even the layering. I wasn't too sure about the layering because I've never done the layering before, but it worked really well. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the rest. And we're gonna go with our XLs. So let me get that. Alright, so we have our XLs right here. This is the one I'm gonna do next. And these are my labels for the XLs. I'll set these to the side. because we have quite a few of the XLs. So the first thing I do, I'm going to kind of show you guys because I know I didn't show y'all on the first one. So I fold it in half, make sure they line up, and then I press it for about 5 seconds or so, not too long, just so I can kind of get my middle point on the shirt. And I did put my heat press here for now. It's not a set spot. My sublimation oven is right there, so but this is not a set spot for this. It's just where I put it at now for the sake of the video. So I'm only doing 5 seconds, and you can see my timer is over there. 10. There we go. And just tap it and it pops right up. It's super cool. I'm actually really liking the Autopress. At first I was a little like, I don't know if it's worth it for me, since I don't do this as a business, but it ended up being actually, so far it's been great. So this is the guide I was telling you guys that I go by. So I'm only gonna do about 4 inches from the top, and I do have a little cheat sheet that I go by sometimes, not all the time. So it does say about 3.5 inches below the neckline. So I'm gonna do, let's do 3.5. So that'll be right here, and here's my center. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the squat first. I'm folding this just to know where my center's at. And then we're gonna get this, and I'm using this just as my guide so I know where this needs to go. So that's exactly where I need it. And I do that just so I can make sure that it aligns perfect. So I'm gonna leave that there. Put this one to the side, and where is my tape? And I'm just gonna put a piece of tape just to make sure it doesn't move. Take this off. Take my Teflon sheet. Put this on there, and I'm going to move my shirt up a little bit, just to make sure it's good there. Okay, so that's ready. Put my Teflon sheet on. Press down. Alright, so I'm going to go by pretty quick with these shirts. I'm going to fast forward this for the sake of the video, because if not, it's going to take forever. But just so you guys can kind of see the process and how fast, the Autopress, how fast it is with the Autopress. And there is our last shirt. So let me go ahead and go to the overhead camera. Okay, so this is our other medium. I had just put it to the side. And let it cool off. That's what I've been doing with the shirts. And then I take off the thing. So there it is. They all came out really good, which I am really happy about. I love working with flock. It's honestly so easy. But here's our shirt. So we did a total of, I believe, 12 shirts. And still the other shirt that I have is gonna be a different pattern. It's not gonna be this one, a different design, not this one. So this is all our shirts. Let me I have all of them right here. They came out so good, you guys. I wish you guys could see it in person, honestly. If you've never messed with flock, honestly, I recommend it. So here's all our shirts right here. So we did some extra large. We did the 3XL, which is this one. So this is our 3X. And then we did some extra large, some large, and 2 mediums. So here we go. I was really happy how everything turned out. They all came out really good. This is the biggest order, I guess you can say, that I've ever done. The Autopress did awesome. It's so easy. I mean, if you guys saw, you know, when I fast forwarded, it's so easy to do. It honestly was not hard at all. It was just super easy. So next, let me turn on my so this can start preheating. I turned on my oven. So next I wanted to sublimate this with you guys so you guys can see it. Tumblers are going with these shirts. So I showed you guys the one I've already done for her. I've done all of them actually, but I saved one to do with you guys. Alright, so here's our little template, and I'm going to cut off the sides, the edges, because it is kind of big, not the bottom. I leave the bottom on. I'm just cutting the top off a bit. Just cutting a little bit off. I think I need a new blade for my trimmer here. I use this whenever paper is stuck in there. Let's see, it takes it all out. There we go. Okay. So let's see, and then I'm going to cut a little bit on the sides because it goes, so it's going to go like this, but it overlaps. Now we can have it, no, it overlaps way too much. So I need to cut off some of this side and this side, just a little bit, not too much. So I'm going to cut about right there. And then I'm going to cut about right there. Just make sure you don't cut your image off. So I went ahead and I created this on Canva. I did get the handprints off of Etsy, and then I just used any font that I liked and the ribbon also. I did get inspired by somebody. I couldn't find it on there to purchase, so I just went ahead and I created it myself, and then I just put the names on the side also. Alright, so here's our little image, and now if you see, it'll go perfect. It still overlaps just a bit, but I'm okay with that. Actually, let me cut it just a little bit more, just in case I don't want part of the Y to be covered. So I'm going to trim it down just a bit. There we go. So I just trimmed it down just a bit. And there's our image. And then I'm going to clean this. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe it down with this. And I'm just wiping it all around. And then going to take a napkin. I don't know what happened to my microfiber cloth. But I'm just gonna dry it off, because if not, the ink will come off of the paper. As y'all saw in my last video. It wasn't a disaster, it was just like Jesus. And then I have been using the silicone bands, so I'm gonna take those out, and I'm going to, all right, so I level it with the bottom of it, obviously, and I use the table as a guide, so I have it there, and it's pretty much good. I'm making sure it's really tight. Let me get my heat resistant tape. Then I'm going to put it on one side and really stretch it. There we go. And I can see here that it doesn't overlap on the hand or anything. Actually, it's kind of close. Let me do it the other way. Take that off. I'm gonna have this overlap this. There we go. Yeah, that's better. I like that better. Because we don't want anything to be cut off. There we go. It was pretty close, so I had to switch it. Okay, and then I'm just making sure it's tight. And then so once you have your first one down, pretty much the rest is easy. Yeah. Okay, so our oven is ready, but I'm not. So again, I'm just making sure it's tight on the bottom, on the cup, on the tumbler. There we go. Then I'm going to grab a long piece and pass it across the whole thing. And I'm going to put a little bit there, make it overlap, and I'm stretching it really tight. And I'm not too worried about these bottom, ghosting, because it is kind of almost white, so it's not gonna show. I just want to make sure that this part right here, that we don't overlap on anything. Then I'm gonna get rid of any of the air that's in there, and I'm just pressing it. So I looked tons of videos about seams, making sure you don't have any. And this was one of the things that they said. Even though I don't have a seam here, I still want to go ahead and do it. And the same with the bottom. Just to make sure it's pressed on there. Let me, hold on, this is really hard, so I have to put it close to my body. There we go. Okay, now if we had a seam, I would let it overlap a bit. But if it was like a full coverage, I would let it overlap, but it's not, so I'm not too worried about it. And I'm also going to do one up here. And the same thing, I'm just bringing it down because I want to make sure the paper is tight to the tumbler. You guys can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but there's my paper, here's my band. Same with the bottom. Alright, so let's put this in the oven for 7 minutes, 195 Celsius, which is like 385 or something like that. And I do turn it, I have been turning it in the middle of it. So I put it one way, and what I use this as a guide. I saw that on a video too, which was very smart. The man, I forgot which video I saw tons, but he used this as a guide, so he turned it so that way he knew where, how much he wanted to, where he was at, his little mark. So okay, so let me go ahead and put this in there for 195 Celsius, 7 minutes. Okay, so I have it in there, and now we just wait. I wanted to show you guys real quick while that one's getting done. Let me put this to the side. This is one that I did for a friend, and it's a full coverage, and I just wanted to show you guys. I used the bands on here, and look how good the edges came, because they, you know, that band really works, the silicone bands that I just put on that one. If this thing will focus, there it is. Okay, see, so I don't know if you guys can see, look at that. It came out so good. My seam is very light. I mean, you can't even tell. You can see it more through the camera, but in person, honestly, I mean, they did such a good job, and I did, you know, what they did, which helped a lot. And this is the bottom of it. Look at how good that is. It just came out really good. I was so happy. So happy. And here's the little cup. They wanted a Bad Bunny theme cup, so it came out really good. I'm actually very happy with it. But I just wanted to do, you know, just show y'all really quick the cup. So you're using the same technique, and I did the little thing with you know, to get the air out and everything. So this is, I want to say, the best cup I've probably done. And the, you know, with the note, especially the edges, they just came out so good. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait for that one to be done, and then we'll come back and unwrap it with you guys. All right, this one's done, and I'm gonna let that cool off, because I noticed, just a tip, I don't know if you guys already knew this, but I noticed that when I let it cool off, the color kind of seemed to, I don't know, it just seemed to, I don't want to say stick better, it just seemed brighter, it just seemed better to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me. After I let it cool off for a while, the one I did, oh well, one of the videos said, you know, that, you know, let it cool off completely before you take off anything. So I'm gonna let this cool off, because obviously it's very hot right now. So I've got my little fan here, and I'm gonna put it upside down like that, and let the fan kind of help it to cool off. So once this is completely cool, I will come back. So I have let this cool down for quite a while, a few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the silicone bands, and let's see how our little project turned out. And this is really easy, only because it's mainly white, so, you know, seams and ghosting, it's not really going to be an issue too much, unless you really didn't seal it down. But there it is. It came out so good. And here's a few others of the ones that I have done. Also, let me put the top on this one. So here's this. They have their names on there. This one doesn't have a name. Here's a few of the ones I've already done on here. And here's this one. This one seems a little darker than this one, I'm not sure why. But here they are. So I really like, I still have a few more that I've done. They're over there. But just, you know, to show you guys how I seal these and, you know, put them in the you know, to get them ready to sublimate in the oven. So here's my paper. Obviously you did really good on sublimating completely. Alright, you guys, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to kind of do these on the Autopress. This was the first time I actually used the Autopress at the same time. So this is the biggest project I've done. And also wanted to show you guys where I get my flock and my materials for, you know, when I do shirts and things like that at my local store here in Houston. But again, you know, just wanted to show you guys mainly how, you know, the Autopress work. It was super easy, and I did feel it was faster than if I would have done my heat press, you know, if I would have used the Heat Press Nation heat press. So I love my heat press Nation press, but this one, the Cricut Autopress, is bigger. I like that it automatically puts the pressure, automatically lifts when it's done, and I don't have to worry about running back and forth to open that thing up and, you know, make sure that it's, you know, it doesn't stay down on the, you know, on the shirt or whatever I'm doing. And also, you know, just wanted to kind of walk you, you know, take you guys with me on how I do these shirts, and, you know, did this order here that I got for breast cancer awareness. So again, just, you know, wanted also to show you guys the sealing process, how I seal, you know, since I watched a lot of videos on how to do that to not get seams on the sides and, you know, the edges with those bands. It's awesome. Like, I really do recommend them. And you guys seen how I put it on the top and the bottom. You can put them in the middle too, but, you know, it's just super easy. It's got a little lint. But yeah, you guys, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and really got some good information and ideas on how to, you know, if you were debating on getting the Autopress or not, I honestly do recommend it. Just, I need to find somewhere to put it, you know, in a better spot. You guys know my situation here. It's pretty tight, so I need to find a better place for that. That means I probably have to get rid of something. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified of new videos if you're new here. And also leave a comment if you guys have any questions about anything. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. Bye.